Hello, everyone. This is In Sung Hwang, 일단 in Europe. I play on OGS. I avoid Taijam because it's not easy to find opponents on Taijam. So I play on OGS, and my opponent is first Q. I just got crashed against 2Q on OGS. So I'm afraid my opponent is even first Q, even stronger than 2Q. So let's see how it goes. Okay. And close like this. Okay. Let's go smoothly. We know that OGS players plays a lot better in the opening part. So let's see how my opponent plays. My opponent approaches, I could just respond, but okay, let's make things a bit complicated. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Pincer. Oh, my opponent plays this two-space high pincer often, which is interesting. Let me kick and jump. When I get this two-space high pincer, I normally tenuki. Okay, that is what I informed about like a couple of games ago. I don't like to directly react it. I just leave it. My opponent continues. And when I get a chance to play around there, I can be more flexible. So that's why. So what's the option? Maybe I can play here or just extend some AR or do something directly from this. But let me go smoothly. That kind of moves. Never bad, unless the corner is open. If the corner is open by just one star point like that, then opponent may use the 3/3 invasion directly. But if it is not, it's okay to play like this. Okay, so extension is a bit heavy. Black can do that too, but in my opponent's area, I don't want to make like weak group in this way. So let me go in this way. Then in general, white plays this one, empty triangle, to look for card. And if my opponent plays this one and card, I can attach. So if white takes the one stone, I can give and then settle. And in case my opponent pushes to this direction, then I can extend to go more lightly than just normal extension. So I like this. My opponent pushed, so extend. Knight move or jumping, I expect. To play like Hane now must be not right because black can extend. It just makes black stronger. So I should just jump or play knight move. When this kind of shape comes, in this way or without this, black already covers and let white jump, black should treat this group lightly, which is not easy. Not easy to think about actual group lightly, but that is the only solution or best sort of path that you can work on. Okay, white push once more. Okay, I need to extend once more. So white prepares to jump. So if I want to jump, I can jump like that. But since white had one extra stone here, it wasn't really necessary to push once more. That's a bit not necessary, I can tell. And after this, there are several ways. Can extend, pincer. Okay, so I don't know, is it? Because there are many ways, I don't know. So I play shoulder it and ask. So let's see how it goes. My opponent tenuki. That one I can just respond. Then it's not really like a good exchange because it makes black very stable. So I'm okay with that. There's no sort of pressure my opponent can give it. So I'm okay. Wedge and connect. Okay. So I can just add an extra move like this, or I can be more active. Because cut, I'm fine with that. So let me play here to reversely attack this 2. I got that 3 stones as my sort of tool to use this white thinness. Okay. If I had this one, my opponent would have just connect, which is also okay, but I want to play more actively, like this. Maybe some of you would worry that what if my white plays like this one, because it's elephant's eye, then black would probably play like this one to treat that 3 stones slightly. So basically I'm, thinking that 3 stones does not exist. Those 3 are not the thing that I need to keep it. I can just throw them away, so I don't mind. So to treat your own group lightly, which means that when your opponent attack, you are ready to give. That's not easy to think, because it looks like inefficient idea, because you put the stone on the board and give it, but ironically, that is more efficient. Oh, this is out of topic, I can tell. That part is so important. White should have played at least like this one to escape. But the move what my opponent played is too soft. There are a couple of ways I can try. So this is the first move that I captured with my intuition. But my opponent can bring the group out and make this group thinner. So don't like it. Or more moderated option is to play here, to let my opponent go out, and I just push to let my opponent go out, but I play like hane to settle. Which one? Okay, this one must be like strongest option, here or here. Looks possible. This one looks more tempting. White may attach. So those kind of moves, white attach a knight move, I don't like it. So I want to avoid with that. So one of them I should choose. So when you think about your next moves, you have like, aggressive option and softer option. Then I don't know which one is better. It depends on the game story, but there's no such a big game story that black is not far ahead or far behind. Then it's your style of play. Which one? This one or this one I would choose. Okay, so let me choose soft option. Okay, aggressive. I think in both ways I cannot kill. Black plays here, white attaches, I just exchange and make the connection underneath. That's all. I'm humble, but okay, let me go with this. Okay, to force my opponent to push my back, otherwise this block is so painful. Extend, and there's invisible sente moves. One more push is sente, so I'm confident because I have this kind of sente moves. The second one isn't sente, of course, but I can still use it. Should I use it in this way, or go a little bit further and come back? Okay. I would feel satisfied that my opponent gonna play this one, I suppose, or jumping. Then okay, okay, 1 peep. Okay, let's say 1 peep to let my opponent connect and hane. Maybe my opponent is thinking about playing like this one to be more efficient, but it's not efficient. It's more like too thin, so shouldn't do. I should just connect. Okay. Oh, my opponent did it. So my opponent plays in a very Western style way. I can tell that they think about efficiency all the time, and don't miss this kind of moves. but I cannot say it was right. So my opponent is saying that, can you make the double hane, because I may cut to bother you, and I think I can. Okay, so let me do it, because even if my opponent cuts and then do something, I have this emergency exit, so I'm fine with that. Okay. Push is good, but that area becomes so thin, isn't it? Doesn't it look like very thin? It is. So let me exchange once in order to avoid the hane. Okay, and it's too thin. It's too thin. I should aim something. Okay, so you see that how the thinness pays off. Okay, need to bend. Because of that thinness, my opponent need to connect. Okay, or play another very thin move, but no, I need to connect. Okay, what else is it? And then push and cut. My opponent needs to jump away. Then after this, I may leave it. Okay, I may extend once more because I could surround. Okay. And after jumping, I need to extend to look for covering. So my opponent needs to respond. Then I may surround. That is so painful. Oh, my opponent follows well, at least. That's a good sign. My opponent, plays well. It means it can go down, because to still cover like this is reasonable. Okay. White is too thin, so I don't think that white can avoid. So white did play there. So block is of course tempting, but I don't think that it is working. So I need to save my group first to let my opponent go and I go out together. That's the original plan. So I need to follow that original plan. My opponent may cut, but cut doesn't mean that it's possible to attack. So in order to cross attach, but don't think that it is okay. Okay, I can tell the reason. Okay, let me tell you the reason. White plans to attach here, because block and white can clamp. Okay, that is white's plan. But white is too thin. Okay, so for now I cannot do it. So I need to bend to go out, and I'm just following. But I can tell that my opponent is also not like first cute so far. This move is clearly a mistake, but other moves are tough to say that it's like a clear mistake. It is not. They are not. So quite a good quality game. I should jump once more. Okay. My opponent execute that option, which I did not expect that my opponent would actually do it. I can hane, but which one first should I do it? The depth of reading is pretty good. I think it's risky to do something right away, so I need to play hane. Hane, Atari first. No, I don't need to. No, I don't need to. Okay. So my plans to wedge. Then I need to connect to bend. Which one? Cut and Atari, or just Mm-hmm. Mm. I need to endure. So this player also doesn't look like first two so far. Oh, so I need to endure this as call to play this one, and here. So my opponent Ataris, I play this one. But really plays well. Okay, so below. Then I need to which Atari, which push. So this one I should do it to let my opponent respond, capture, connect. Really well. I mean, I've never seen 2Q player who can follow all this sequence like up to now. So I'm afraid that I'm going to lose like 2 games in a row. It's not easy. Okay, I need to cut and we'll peep because this peep is working. Maybe wedge is better because I need to have some more core threads. So it's pretty emergency like skill that I need to use it, and I'm using it now. So interesting. So this player is also not the first Q, I can tell. So white has several core threads. No, just that. Then white wouldn't have many core threads. It means that white plans to give this away while taking some profit from other places. Okay, so which one should I use it? I think I should use this. Connect, capture, and white has one more. I need to use some bad core threads. But what else? It's really a bad one, though. I don't want to do it. But it's better than the other one. Okay, I need to do it. So my opponent ran out of core threads, so may take this group or take that 4, because in case I win, I cannot take this group. So this must be like here, peep, to take the whole 5. Pretty reasonable option. Oh, really, really well, isn't it? Okay. So it's been like 2 games in a row that I face many strong players. This one isn't really a correct one. But okay, maybe force me to connect so I can maybe use this and make secure. But I need to do this. So my opponent gonna take, and I need to capture to save it. Capture is the right one, because otherwise my opponent can kill that corner, that upper side group. That one, maybe wedge. My opponent wants to make something, but I can connect. So my opponent is probably not using AI, but plays just maybe play well. But this level of first Q I've never seen in my school or in the European level. No. Okay, so I got this. So maybe I should check. I have about like a bit less than 40 plus this area, so the game must be okay for me. but didn't expect, simply didn't expect this much level player. I'm surprised. So the attach means that I want to strengthen this one stone to automatically, take this group. I take this one stone. So my opponent plays here. If my opponent just steps back, I'm planning to do this. Probably white gonna exchange once and connect. Okay. But just there, then I can play this one. My opponent doesn't need to respond it. If my opponent responds, it means that my opponent plays like 1Q level, but my opponent doesn't. So it proves once more that my opponent is not the level that I expected. Okay, so I need to make the connection like this and keep threatening. So my goal is that, okay, you can walk away, but let me just keep this part, then I believe that I'm okay, I'm winning. Should be. So I need to play like this one. So after here, if white just goes away, I need to, but maybe I should not just let my opponent go easily and bother a little bit more. But this one, so my opponent doesn't lose the timing to ask this kind of stuff, which means my opponent is strong. Not 1Q level. So here.
10, 9, 8,
Log is
6, 5.
the proper-ish option. Why gonna maybe make the butting move? So plan to do this. So can read it in that short timing. That is amazing. So my opponent is doing well. So I need to go down to connect underneath.
10, 9, 8,
Okay,
7.
I think I need to do. So just go down. My opponent jumps. And probably I would block. Block once, tiger mouse, and connect underneath, or just, I think just this better. So white plays here, I attach underneath to connect. Wow. So I need to hane and connect, so I don't know the meaning. For now it does not make sense. Now it makes sense to let me cut, and it's too thin. I didn't expect that my opponent can do like that. So as you can see, my opponent plays the move that I didn't expect. So if it is working, it means that my opponent is better level than me,
8, 7,
or not.
6, 5.
I think I need to do that. So I'm gonna cut. It's not a big deal. I can't even Atari. Oh, that one? So here then my opponent wants to cut, but I can reversely cut. So that one, or I can choose the moderate option.
10.
But no, I think it's not really a big deal. So I'm gonna cut, I connect, and when I attack this, I have the soft option. I just make the connection underneath. Then by point I didn't lose much. But another option is to play here and capture, to let my opponent go here, and I cut to reversely attacking this, which is I'm into it, because I believe it is
9,
reasonable.
7.
Okay, so I'm on it. Capture and ask, oh, can you go? Go. Oh, then I will cut. So let's see how it goes. At least it is an interesting game. I mean, if I don't care much about, like, this streaming or think about the game quality, I'm okay. So push several more times and connecting. Wow. So I'm gonna extend. My opponent cannot play this because I can play here to kill. So my opponent need to play this one. Then I can bend to cut. And this is about bend and hane. Bend and hane must be the better one. Then bend and cut. So bend and cut and block. Which one is the best? Bend and cut looks like the better option. It looks like I got a chance to finish the game. Yes. So here and then cut. So my opponent doesn't give the cut, which is nice try, but it's not working. So maybe my opponent just played well. So by this wedge, it is over. But I want to kill just a little bit more. So, but okay, wedge is just working. Okay, connect and hane. So I think it's the time to resign. But my opponent really did it well. As the first coup. I'm thinking that wow, OGS is strong, definitely stronger than what I expected. Wow. Okay. Anyway, it was interesting. Very interesting match against the first coup. But I can tell that my opponent's level was European, like 4 to 5 dan, for sure. But it seems that my opponent did not notice that it is dead. Then maybe it's a bit lower. But anyway, pretty good. If I remember well, AI, what is it? OGS first Q is about the first Q level in the European world. So to push once more should be bad. And shoulder it, okay. And this exchange is clearly not right. Okay, and then after this I played here, and this is out of topic. So when my opponent plays like this, I thought that, okay, should be not really, good level player. But in this part, my opponent played a lot better. I made this like a mistake. Okay, and that card, jumping, extending, had tough time. Okay, wow. So after here, this one, I played, I shouldn't do that. Okay, wow, that was a mistake, it is saying. Okay. I think it's better I just don't check this, AI. Is it possible to disable? It's possible. But okay, let me just follow what AI is saying. So at this point, I'm over like 80%, but dropped a bit. What does that mean? Why attack this? I should have attacked it to the other direction, so I can have some more number of core threads. But my opponent just uses this, and when it happened, game was nearly over. Okay, so like 97%. Okay, I see. But okay, let me just disable. I don't think that it's a good idea, because it's better that I share my opinion. So at the beginning, it was just okay. So you see that when I don't know what to do, I just play shoulder it, and here to attack. And this is clearly out of topic. So this is important. So I had to play any move around here. Maybe somewhere around here to call or attack or anything. But this one I would probably go like this to treat that 3 stones lightly. Okay, and this one I don't like it. Well, we should just connect. Okay, it's too thin. Too thin. There are so many things I can imagine. For instance, if I push later, later, let's say my group is safe, white plays elsewhere, I push, my opponent responds. Then after this exchange, when this area gets thicker, like this, black might just cut and do this. Then there are cuts like that. So white should play this one to avoid it. And black attacks and white goes out, and maybe it is possible to save, maybe not. But that kind of stuff isn't easy. So just connect is like, okay, this one looks too much. And it was too thin, so I want to aim the thinness. Instead of this one, just play here can be an option, but I believe that it was okay to fight. And then cross attach, because my opponent wants to cut, but because white was too thin, I didn't think that it was possible, but white better Atari like this to have some more core threads. This Atari just made this as only one Atari, but one core thread was important, so I should have played like that, but white didn't, which made this group's death. And this one also, white better play like this one, so I can take it in a bigger portion, but white didn't do. And that push is also a bad exchange. After here, black can connect, so there's no big deal. So if it is not exchanged, then later when white tries this kind of stuff, there should be some other option white can imagine. So, for instance, like this one, it's sente, so white may push to cut, then black cannot atari because of capture, but connect, and white can take, something like this. But with this exchange, there's fewer options. There are fewer options, so say bad exchange. But white played here because white thought that this wedge or cut are working. So that kind of stuff is a bit weak part that I detected. So and this one, white can just go out, but white thought that the game isn't good. So that's why white tries to find something special. And I thought that to connect like this is okay to win a game, but I think this kind of stuff should be working. I just believed that it's working. And if I play Hane, my plan was to cut and push. Then because of this snapback, this one, my opponent need to capture, then I block, then my opponent gonna cut, then Atari, and now important, black may just Atari, but then it's not easy, black need to throw in. Capture, Atari, and wedge. Okay. This is quite, classic. If I show this kind of stuff, people always say that, of course, it's something I know, it's something easy. But to actually see this in the real game, in the real timing, in this timing, isn't easy. It's just this one, okay, just that one throw-in. Then this wedge still works like this, so it is that. Because white has only 2 liberties, but black has 3. So this is what I read when I extend. And if I push, black can play here to take this 3. So I need to do this, and then after this, the card is working like this. So this kind of stuff is like practical reading. The technique what I used is only this card and that throw-in, is it? That too. But those kind of like throw-in skills, throw-in or like sacrificing skill, is the one that many people know. But while you're doing this, you maybe exchange once and then Atari, then it's not working. Is it? So I detect many of these kind of mistakes in my students' games that they know it, but it just doesn't come in the right moment. Okay, and I believe that it is the lack of practicality and lack of game experience. So I often ask people who have this kind of issue. I ask them to play many games. Okay. Anyway, so I think this is the highlight of the game, and my opponent played well. So I'm okay. I like it to play on OGS. Taizem, I often take like about 20 minutes to find opponent and fail, and I just don't try. So I think OGS is the one, because in OGS I'm just one done. So many people don't afraid of me. I have some loose record, like the last game I lost against 2Q, I thought it makes sense. So I will keep playing against OGS for a while. Okay, so thank you. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.